So, I don't know how many of you seen, but I made a post a couple days ago about my new project. Now, I said in that post that I was once again gaining inspiration from The Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to make one of my favorite swords from the entire series, and that would be Boromir's sword. Now, my idea is I'm going to take this piece of angle iron. Now, I didn't know angle iron was actually carbon steel until I looked it up. So I'm going to take this piece of angle iron, and I've looked up all the dimensions of a sword. I'm going to cut, in fact, I could probably make two swords, I'm going to use this side, this part of it, but I could actually probably make two swords out of these. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to make Boromir's sword, but this is going to probably be my longest series I've made so far, being as how I've never really actually made a series just yet. It's only been like a 2-video part 1, part 2 specials. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on my my Boromir sword, but we're going to have to wait because after I get this done, when I get this cut out, I'm going to just cut off the shape, and then I get it ground out, and I get the bevels in there. I'm going to have to wait, and heat treated. I'm going to have to wait for a tap and die set that I'm getting. It's a cheap $50 Amazon tap and die, but I need one. I've always wanted one, and that is the only way that I feel like I'm going to be able to get a pommel on this thing. And then we're going to try to make it as light as possible. So, that's what it's going to be. We're going to put a tap and die on it. We're going to tap the pommel, and then there's a piece of all thread down there. And I'm going to take and I'm going to dye that to the same, the same dimensions of teeth that I'll tap the pommel with. And then I'll just weld that to the end of the tang. And the tang's going to be smaller. It's going to be a hidden tang. And I'm not going to do the leather wrapped handle. I'm going to actually do just like a wood handle, but I'm going to stain it so it kind of gets like a brown look because I don't have any leather. So that's what's going to be happening. Then I thought about using like one of these thick pieces of leaf spring down here, or maybe even like this piece right here, because just how thick it is. I thought about using one of those pieces for my my pommel so that I have enough width to tap it. So I'll just cut the shape of the pommel out. It's not going to be perfect. It's definitely not going, it's going to be Lord of the Rings inspired, but it's not going to be, one-to-one. So, but it's going to look as much as I can like Boromir's sword. Then I'm going to take, if I still have them over here, I'm going to take these pieces. These are brush cutter blades. I'm probably going to cut a little piece off of the end of one, and then I'm going to use that for the guard, and I'm just going to like curve it upward. But today we're going to mainly focus on getting this, the whole shape of it cut out itself, getting this cut off, getting the shape of it refined, and then yeah, we'll work on that. As usual, I don't usually show the process of doing this. Sometimes I fear you guys think I'm not actually making them, but you know, I am. I swear I make all of my swords, my knives, even though I don't really show the process. It's just a hassle, you know, to do all that. Anyway, I'm gonna get this cut out, and then I'll get back to you. So I just got it cut out. It's still pretty hot yet, but I had to run back up to my house to grab a Sharpie because I wanted to get the I wanted, before going into any grinding, I wanted to get the shape cut out. My problem with it right now, I don't know what in the world happened to the grinding to make it do something like that. But it's pretty bad. Thankfully, I mean, plus side, it's already beveled. One of the sides is already beveled, so I mean, I don't have to work as hard to bevel that side, but I'm thinking I'm going to use this end here, the end that has all of this markings right here. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to use that end for the tang, and this end, because it's better put together, for the tip. So most of this down here is going to be checked off anyway, because it's going to be hidden tang, like I said. So it's not going to matter much. But still, this is very good. It is just long enough. I don't actually think it's as long as it should be for Boromir's blade. Where'd my tape measure go? Oh, I want to show you this. Any of you own a tape measure like this? Here, let me set you up, show you what it is. This was my great-grandfather. This was my great-grandfather's tape measure. I can't remember. I think he was a plumber, and he had an interesting tape measure. It's not even a tape. It's more just like a steel. You can see there's actual like numbers and whatnot. And I use this for everything. It's so much better for bladesmithing, than an actual tape measure is. Because if I'm over here, if I'm working on a knife on the forge, if I'm over here, I'm trying to keep it in a parameter, I can measure it like this, and I won't have to worry about the plastic burning because it's not made of plastic, it's steel. But it goes up to about 6 feet, no? It goes up to about 70 inches, maybe 80. So it's a pretty tall tape measure. That's probably why they did away with these though, because they're not as reliable, and they can't hold as much length. But still, I really like using this. I like using it better than an actual tape measure, just because of what it's made out of. Just because this is literally made out of steel, so I enjoy it. Let me know if anyone that you know, or your grandfather or your great-grandfather, let me know if they had something like this. Because this was my great-grandfather's. So, anyway, now we're done with that. I'm going to trace out I'm going to trace out how I want it to look. And for that, I'm going to need to put the camera down, because I only have one camera, and the the photos for reference are in this camera roll, so I'll see you when I'm done with that.